came across this concept, the bank on yourself concept, was just from reading one book. I read this book called The Bank on Yourself Revolution by Pamela Yellen. And the
Okay.
book pretty much talks about this strategy, the bank on yourself strategy. It was invented by Pamela Yellen. And the strategy helps people take back control of their financial life by becoming their own source of financing.
Cool.
Because Felicia, see, we're all in the
Before you go
banking
further on
industry.
that, I'm going to back up a little bit more, just to get a little bit more sense of you. What company were you? Where were you in your traditional W-2 career when you read that book?
So when I read that book, I was doing a couple of things. So I was still an independent broker, and I was also consulting too. I was an independent broker. I was a Medicare broker. So I was helping people who were retiring and were merging off of their employer plans onto their own individually owned Medicare plan. So I was helping them make that transition. And then one of my clients actually asked me, he mentioned, if I could help him with life insurance, and specifically cash value life insurance.
And this this was somebody you were working with to help them get to their Medicare plan. They were talking to you about this. Got it. It's interesting how these serendipitous things happen. So thank you for sharing this. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. It's just kind of like having your ears and eyes open for certain opportunities. And that was one of those things. Like my client is the one that kind of just told me about this indirectly. He's like, yeah, there's this life insurance policy. It has cash value. And I was like, that sounds like a good idea. That sounds like it's very helpful for a lot of people. And then it is, yeah. And I did research it, and one of the ways I like to learn is I like to read books. That's how I came across the book, The Bank on Yourself Revolution, and it led me to a lot of other books. Like another book it led me to is Becoming Your Own Banker by Nelson Nash. And this idea of taking back control of your financial life, really, out of all the products, out of all the services I help clients with, this was the one that really was the most important one, and it brings the most value to clients.
Gotcha. Now, you ultimately quit your job. Talk about that transition. How did you go from reading a book, understanding this principle, and saying, hey, I got to bring this to more people. I'm not going to be able to do this job anymore and do what I need to do further down the road?
So the good news is I always wanted to quit, not because I hate it. I like the job. I just always wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Gotcha.
And when I came across this concept, that's what pushed me over the edge. So I was already on the edge, already looking for ways to escape out of the corporate lifestyle. And this concept, this book, this organization I work with just helped me push it a little bit further.
Okay.
So I think it was kind of the way to make things move faster for me. And I had already been planning to do it from before,
Got it. So now you found your means, you found your mission, you found the thing that would drive you, that just was your thing to do in the world to help people take back their financial control, take back the control of their financial life.